And now to the news in detail. The Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion Directorate of Justice, Equity and Peace, led by the Bishop of Gogolada Diocese, the Right Reverend Moses Tabwai, and some delegates, paid a courtesy visit to the National Human Rights Commission headquarters in Maitama, Abuja, to explore areas of collaboration and synergy in promoting justice, equity and peace. During the meeting, Bishop Tabwai shared the mission and objectives of the Directorate with the Executive Secretary of National Human Rights Commission, Dr. Tony Ojukwu, as he expressed the Church's readiness to partner with the Commission in advancing human rights and dignity.
Our mission aligns with the principles of justice, equity, and peace, and we recognize the vital role that your esteemed commission plays in promoting and protecting and advancing the human rights in Nigeria. And so the Church is committed to be a voice to the voiceless and of fostering a culture of respect for human dignity. Today, we seek to explore potential partnerships that leverage our resources and capacities in advocating for justice and human rights at all levels of society. And together, I believe, by the grace of God, that we can make a significant strides in addressing human rights challenges in our communities.
Welcoming the proposal by the Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission, Dr. Tony Ojukwu, highlights the Church's potential to reach the grassroots communities effectively and underlining the Commission's willingness to collaborate with Church in capacity building initiatives and other areas of mutual interest.
Now, the Church is a very big collaborator in our work because you have the followership and your congregation listening to you. So it's a veritable platform for the message of human rights. So if we collaborate with you in this joint advocacy and sensitization over issues of justice, issues of equity, issues of human rights, you can imagine the quantum leap, because a major gap is that the people who need the messages are not getting the message. Most times, human rights still remains an elitist thing because the level of education of the people at times is still quite low. But the Church has the capacity to reach the people in their very localities, in their local language, in very wonderful ways that the various communities are different. But wherever the Church is able to do its work in the grassroots way, peculiar to that locality. So it is an amazing talent we have not really tapped, and we are happy that we are opening this new vista of the resources out there that we can partner with and really reach the people at the grassroots where our services are needed. So this is a partnership we really cherish, and I can assure you on behalf of the Commission that we are going to do whatever is necessary to put up a technical team between you and us to work out the modalities. We know the Church has its own rules and regulations, but we'll find a meeting point somewhere where we'll be able to keep your rules and regulations and still be able to pass our message for the promotion and protection of human rights.
Meanwhile, the Director of Justice, Equity and Peace Commission, Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, Venerable Amos Adebayo, elaborated on the rationale behind the visit, underscoring the importance of interinstitutional collaboration in promoting human rights Thereafter, books and guidelines on human rights were presented to the church delegation by Dr. Ojukwu as a token of the new partnership.
JEPC is an initiative of the church that addresses matters of peace and welfare of members of the church, and of course by extension the society at large. Peace advocacy, peacemaking, peace building based on justice have been her emphasis over time. And as a church that is concerned about the welfare of our members, the Nigerian community is not averse to network building, of course, which is why we're here this afternoon. And today's visit is to get to know what we do here and see how we find a common ground on which we can network together, though as a church and this as a commission. It's important to say that as a faith-based organization, we talk more on welfare, and that's our point of emphasis. We run schools where we groom the children, on all things that makes for comfort and peace, for equity, for justice, and we inculcate these virtues in the children. And of course, we do know that the commission and the department will have a place of convergence, even though we have other places where our perspective may differ and our outlook may not be same, but there will be somewhere that we can work together on one thing or another.
So on behalf of the National Human Rights Commission, I'm happy to make this
In an interview with ACNNTV news crew, Dr. Ojukwu and Bishop Tabwai expressed enthusiasm about the potential collaboration, looking forward to working together to promote justice, equity, and peace in Nigeria.
For us, this is a big partnership because it is rooted in the grassroots. The partnership between the National Human Rights Commission and the Anglican Communion is going to turn around the message on protection of rights, on equity, justice, and peace. In the area of domestic violence, for instance, if the church partners with the commission, we'll be able to guide our congregation on ways that they can conduct their lives, and that will reduce domestic violence in the society. And because the church is there, right at the grassroots, the church is not only for Abuja. In fact, the church is more rooted in the communities and in the villages. So the church becomes a veritable instrument to pass the message of human rights to our people in the communities. So this partnership between the Anglican Communion and the National Human Rights Commission is going to change the way of doing things, the way of conveying the message to the people. And the Human Rights Commission is happy to leverage on the advantages of partnering with the Anglican Communion to carry the message of human rights to the nooks and crannies of the whole of Nigeria and the world at large. We are excited about it, and we know that it's going to really improve the promotion and protection of human rights for our citizens.
To God be the glory. We are delighted this day for the warm reception by the Executive Secretary, Human Rights Commission Nigeria, and his esteemed members. As a church, we advocate for justice, equity, and peace. And as you all know, that without peace, there can never be development. So we need peace as a church, as a family, and as a nation. And so we are grateful to God for the life of the leader of our church, the Primate of all Nigeria, the Most Reverend Dr. Chukudum Ndukuba, for this initiative. It will go a long way in fostering unity, peace, and justice in our lives, in the church, and at the society at large. And it's our earnest prayer that this move will bring a lot of monumental development in our nation.